What's going on, guys? It is Bernardo, and today is all about installing vCenter 8 with the VCSA UI Installer. So let's get right into it. Now, before we start, we have to get our environment configured properly before we start the installation. So the first thing that we need to do is create an A record within your DNS, and I created one already. I called it vCenter. It's an A record and is pointing to the following IP address of 192.168.1.130. That is the IP address that I am going to be using, as well as the full qualified domain of vCenter.btnhd.edu during the installation. Now, within one of my machines, I already mounted the ISO image for the vCenter. I'm going to right click on the D drive. I'm going to select open. We're going to go into the VCSA UI Installer folder. Within this folder, we're going to go into the Win32. Within the Win32 folder, we need to locate the installer.exe file. We're going to right click on that file and we're going to run it as an administrator, and it's going to load up these four options. Now, the option that we're going to pick is the first one we're going to install. So we're going to select that. It's going to take us here. Pushing out vCenter is done in two stages. We're basically deploying the vCenter server first, and then the last stage would be setting up the vCenter. From here, we're going to click on Next. I am going to check off I accept the terms and license agreement. Click Next here. It is time for us to provide a full qualified domain or an IP address to where we want to drop our vCenter virtual machine. This is going to be a virtual machine that we're deploying, so we need a hypervisor to drop it into. So I provided the following information. Awesome. Once you give all that information, click on Next. It's going to establish the connection, and if the connection is successful, you're going to get the following certificate warning. Click Yes to continue. It's going to start validating, and if everything works well, it should take you here. It is time for us to set up our vCenter server virtual machine. Now, provide a name, provide a root password, and confirm the password. I gave it the following. I clicked on Next. Now, it's time for us to select our deployment size. Now, for my tiny and small environment, I'm definitely going to do the deployment size of tiny. Once you pick it, click on Next. From here, we need to select our data store. But you also got to enable the thin disk mode, because if not, it's not going to allow you to continue. So select that and hit Next. It's going to take you here to configure the network settings. So from here, we're going to configure our network. We're going to give it the full qualified domain name, the IP address, the subnet mask, the D4 gateway, and your DNS server. Give all that information. Once you're done, you're going to scroll down a little bit. Make sure that 80 is for the HTTP, and for the HTTPS, it is 443. Click Next. A nice little summary, and click on Finish. All right, so it's going to start deploying. It's going to start initializing, and what you could do is go into the hypervisor that it is going to get dropped into, and you're going to see within the recent tasks, everything that's happening is creating the virtual machine, is refreshing the network, is doing whatever it needs to do. Now let's head back into the machine where we started the installation. And you're going to notice that it is still within stage one. Go grab lunch, and when you come back, you should get this. Now, if you receive any errors, look up the error, Google it, fix it before you can continue. For us, everything was deployed successfully. And click on Continue. Now, before you click on Continue, make sure you jot down the vCenter Server Management Interface URL, because that is important. So make sure you jot that down. Click Continue, and it is time for us to start stage 2. So click Next here. Now, for the time synchronization mode and for the SSH access, the only thing that I configured was my time synchronization mode, and I left the SSH access deactivated. If you need it, go in it, and then enable it, and then disable it once you're done. Now it's time for us to set up our SSO domain. So I gave it the following information. Once you're done here, click on Next. I'm not going to join the VMware Customer Experience Improvement Program, so I kind of uncheck that. Click Next here. A nice little summary, and then click on Finish. It gives you a nice little warning. Click OK here. It's going to start the process. It's going to start the VMware appliance configuration. It's going to start configuring the security token services. And again, it takes some time. Eventually, this is going to prompt up. jot down that get started page because that is what we are going to use to log into our vCenter. So let's close this up, get into the desktop, open up your favorite browser. You're going to type in that URL, hit enter. You're going to get this. Your connection is in private, so click on Advanced. Click on Continue to whatever name you gave your vCenter. Click on that. It's going to take you here. Let's click on Launch vSphere Clients. It's going to take you here. Provide the username and password that you provided during the configuration stage, which was, for me, was this. Click on Login, and we're done. The only thing that I need to do is add my hypervisors and enter my license, and then you're good to go. Hopefully you guys enjoy this video, and I catch you guys on the next one. Peace out.